Thank you. Again, I will make it quick. I just would like to start out by saying, if you look at the attendees today, you look at the members of the committees, I think it's interesting to see that in the members of the committees we have a lot of customers. We have a very strong customer representation. I think here at the meeting we have a lot of developers, most of whom are at private companies. We have a lot of people, vendors who are selling Lustre on systems. But I think we need to make sure as we leave over the next couple of days, Cray wants to make sure that we are doing our part to recruit more customers into this organization. That's going to be critical. And if there's any one thing as a vendor that I want to say, that's it. Because we need to have more people in this audience who are representing the customers, not just the vendors. So go out, do that. OpenSFS, the board, I hope that's a major thing that we push forward. It's certainly something that we in Cray will be emphasizing. And every customer we pitch to, every customer I talk to, I try to recruit into the OpenSFS. I will say NCSA, who I'll be talking about here, I believe they've submitted their application to join, and hopefully that will process, and they'll be here next year as well. So now the vendor kind of marketing stuff. Cray really has three businesses: computation, analytics, and storage and data. And so our storage and data is what I'm here to talk about. OpenSFS. We took a strong early commitment to OpenSFS because we are committed as a company to open standards across the board. We use Linux in our systems. We've been a founder of OpenSFS, of OpenACC. We've been a long-time contributor to OpenMP. We're a board member of the InfiniBand Trade Association. We're a strong member of Open Fabrics, and certainly through our user groups. And also, we're also working in the analytics side to push Sparkle as an open standard for the database side. So certainly that's a part of our strong commitment, and OpenSFS is an integral part of that strategy. On the storage side, our approach is a lot different than it used to be 10 years ago when we first started using Lustre and Red Storm, where we were really committed to Lustre, but only in those large system installations where we were selling a system. And about a year and a half ago, we decided that not only have we gained enough expertise and experience in large Lustre implementations to just sell storage to Cray systems customers, but now we're selling storage and a portfolio storage across the board to customers and sites that don't buy Cray systems, where they're just buying the storage from us. And we think we bring three things to that. We bring expertise at scale. That's really what we've done over the last few years. We bring choice in the sense that some of our largest installations in the world, we're involved all of the major suppliers of storage. We work with NetApp, DDN, with Xyratex. We work with a number of other providers. We work with Mellanox to provide infrastructure for those. And really that choice for our architects to sit down with the customer and design the system, talk about what the requirements are, and then provide the best choice. And then finally, results. And then I want to talk quickly about a couple of case studies, give you a couple of examples of what we've been involved in. Of course, Blue Waters is one of our flagships today, 25 plus petabytes in 3 file systems. In that, we basically have done work with them both on the failover side and in the fine-grained routing to optimize the scale of Lustre there. It's interesting, I had Nirmal Sinu is here. He actually works at Unsighted at NCSA, and this morning when I was hearing some of the talks, I said, Nirmal, can you get me the data on how much space is being used on the system, how many files are on the system today? We heard from Lawrence Livermore, and yeah, we have 620 million files today on the file system. On the 3 file systems, and about 66% utilization on that file system today. So that file system is actually part of a broad infrastructure that we put in at NCSA, and everything in blue here is what Cray installed and architected and provided. The only things at NCSA in the current Blue Waters implementation we did not install and provide were the data caches and the nearline storage in the lower right, and the connections to the outside world. And we provided data movers, we provided Lustre file systems, logins, and the compute. And on October 7th, we demonstrated 1.137 terabytes a second of Lustre bandwidth in and out of those aggregate 3 file systems. So we're very happy. The scaling of the system is very well. We provide 100 gigabytes a second of bandwidth through the data movers out through HPSS, and that's not all Cray. NCSA is really doing a lot of work on the HPSS side to allow for that to happen. They actually got HPSS certified in that environment recently for production work, and then 100 gigabytes a second through the data movers to the outside world. We also, an interesting implementation we did was at ACES, where we actually have installed a Lustre file system there, and we've done that with a combination of NetApp gear, with Cray expertise, and we gone in and kind of revamped their storage architecture to connect with the ACES machine, over 10 petabytes and 160 gigabytes a second there. And then one I don't have on here that we're installing here in the next few months is at HLRN in Germany, where we're installing 2 sites where we have DDN storage, Lustre file systems at each of 2 remote sites about 100 kilometers apart from one another, and we're installing those and allowing those to have shared home file system access. So that's all I have for today. Thank you for your time.